Alright everyone, it's Alex and Gio.
Yo yo!
And what we're doing is we are looking at the Nash half of the diorama from Kinetiquettes. We call this Charlie in UK.
Yeah.
So we're going to go over this piece and we're going to measure him and we're going to let you know what we think of him. So keep watching, guys.
Yo yo! So welcome back. As Alex was saying, today we're going to be looking over the Nash. This is Kinetiquettes. This is part of their War Heroes diorama. This is the Nash version. Now you can buy this separately and you can get Guile separately, or you can buy the twin pack, correct?
Duo,
combo, pair.
However you want to do it.
You can do it all. So we're going to be looking over this. Now actually really fortunate because our boy Keats has hooked us up. He's local. He's dropped this round for us to have a little butcher's at. So, you know, this is a production sample, so this is as close. This is pretty much getting close to the end of the you know, production now of how it's going to look. So we're going to have a cast our BDI on it, say what we like, what we don't like. You know, it's all productive, hopefully, so that whatever piece you get in hand,
Kinetiquettes are very open as well, so that if we were to mention a few things that we thought were a bit off, if they could, they would go back and correct that in the factory. We've already mentioned on the Guile that the sonic boom was a little too clear around the fists where the magnet was, so the magnet really shows through. Also, that happened on the jury. So because of our mention of that, they've actually gone back and corrected that issue. So
fair play.
Thumbs up to us.
Thumbs up. Winning.
So what we do is we'll start on the base, and this is like an engine of a jet plane or so. So you've got like a huge kind of engine here, and then as you make your way around, you have the propeller there. So I personally think this piece is much better than the Guile. They're both great pieces, but for me, the base is huge. But for me, as a complete piece, this one I think is much better. It's just a preference thing.
Yeah,
I think there's more contrast on this. There's more. You get the cables kind of breaking it up here. Yeah, you have 9 of these pieces going into the base, which you connect yourself, and they are all numbered, number side down, and match it up, and it'll go in quite snug.
I can imagine you doing 40 minutes ago. Why won't this go in?
Yeah, but luckily I did this off camera, so you won't get to see my struggle, but the struggle is real.
Struggle is real.
I do really like on the base. I like on the engine. You have the kind of really nice rust and you know, like
usage, isn't it? Proper usage.
Yeah, it's unworn weathering on there. So I do really like that, and I do think that really adds to the piece. As I say, with the Guile, he's on the wing, and it's kind of it's a wing, but there's not really much separation in the base.
There's not so much you can do with it though, is it? It's very hard. Yeah, there's a lot more to work with here. I think the wires and the metal stuff and the actual flow of the brake was all snapping apart, and it almost looks like this propeller is just about to fly off as the thing sort of concaves in on itself, which is just class. I think there's a great deal of movement in this, which I love. And I have to say, I know I jumped the gun a lot, but I have to say the portrait on this piece is fucking insane.
Dude, man, we're trying to keep it
I know, but it's next. I got to jump into it. That portrait is just next level stuff, man. Yeah. That is. I mean, I prefer it to the PCS one. I think it's banging. I think that is a serious portrait. So we start. Sorry, apologies. We'll start lower.
Well, we're going home. So the base is then made up of this huge main part of the base. The propeller is separate. That goes in by a peg. Maybe could have used a magnet on there. I may suggest that to Kinetiquettes.
Always
because
a good
that
idea.
is a magnet and a peg, because that is a bit loose, or maybe a bit more of a snug.
And also,
fit.
It's one of them things because it sticks out. You clip it with your hand.
I actually did.
Did you clip it?
I clipped it and then I caught it in midair, and Colson
was
looking at me like
ninja.
It wasn't as cool as that peanut butter time where I knocked the peanut butter jar off, and my mum and Colson were there, and I caught it before it hit the floor. Yeah, that was my shining moment. Anyway,
I caught a fly yesterday. It was flying around, right? It was flying around, and my wife was sort of like looking over there, and I was just like, and she was like, had the racket, with the electric racket. I just went like that and caught it, and she went, "Did you get it?" I crushed it, and I went, "Yeah." And she's like, "Oh, you're so sexy."
Yeah, I couldn't.
I was like, "I'm glad my fly killing expertise impresses you."
Anyway, and then you've also got 9 pieces on the base there, so. Then you work up to the figure. So this figure, so we go on to what it's made up of first. So the figure is the body, the boot attaches on, and the arms attach on, and the jacket goes on. So
wow, really?
I haven't actually tried to display without the jacket, but I do think it might not look right because of the seams, but we can give it a go. We can give that a try. But
we have been informed that there are no nips on him, which has disappointed Joe immensely.
The first thing that we got Joe here, and the first thing he came in was, I do like it, but Nash ain't got any nips. And we're like, okay, thanks. Yeah, thanks for that, Joe.
Thanks for that one. I have to say that the detailing on the sculpt is actually really nice. The subtleness of these combat trousers looks great. Probably could do with a little bit more shading, in my opinion. It's a little bit flat, needs a little bit more shading around the pockets and a little bit around the seams and stings of the, where it's been turned up at the bottom. Needs a little bit more of that, but other than that, it's okay. I think the green is a little bit too close from the trousers and the boots. So I'd like to see
them. He wants them to match.
Yeah, but I don't think they should. I think his boot should be like a darker green. And then obviously
only a slight shade, just because they're different
just a
materials.
shade. I just would. I'd just have it darker. Sculpt looks crazy, and this jacket is awesome. I love all the buttons running down there. Really, they pop in the light. The jacket's got a great flow to it because it's like a puffer jacket. It's opening up as his arms are sort of moving.
I think the body sculpt. I mean,
it's banging, isn't it?
The body. I mean, so we're on the jacket. So yeah, the jacket's got great shading as well going through that. Yeah. But I do think the body sculpt, his abdomen and his chest, I think look really good, minus the nipples, as Joe pointed out. And he's also got like a vein.
In fairness, Guile doesn't have nipples,
I didn't look. I'm going to have to check.
No, Guile, as in Guile won't because he can't. It's casted. But I mean, the PCS Guile.
I think the boots are meant to be lighter.
Yeah.
Is it lighter then?
I think the boots are meant to be the same as the laces. See the laces?
Yeah,
like
that.
Yeah. I think you're right.
So Joe's a big Street Fighter fan.
He's the biggest. I mean, so yeah, it's always handy for him to have a little look at this as well. But yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. I definitely think that there needs to be a change because I've seen this character a few times and I've never seen the boots and the trousers be the same.
Yeah, it depends where they're taking it from. I mean, he come out in the Alpha, didn't he?
Yeah,
like Alpha.
Yeah.
Well, Alpha's 2D and bad graphics, so they can kind of get away with whatever they want.
The new one, it seems like his colours are a little bit more vibrant.
I definitely would, but still, I mean, if you're talking about the aesthetics of the piece, I think that it needs to be broken up a bit more.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It does, definitely.
Just there. I mean, I really, I am digging the body sculpt. I'm digging the movement.
Sorry, we're just on the boot. So with the boot,
this one.
Sorry, because we were talking about the boot, I do love the flash, the energy. I think that is done the best out of all of the ones we've seen so far. I mean, we've seen 100%. The Cammy was very good. Jury was good. Chung-Li was probably the least. And then you got the Guile. But out of all of them, I have to say the Nash is done the best with that. Because you had the great sort of like kind of graduation of the colours going through there.
Yeah, but you can also see the boot.
Yeah.
You can see the green of the boot. It's almost like it's moving. They've managed to capture that movement in the green of the boot, so it's like the boot's coming at you.
But I think that's a lot easier to do with a boot than it is to do with the hands and things.
I agree. Yeah.
So with the boot and things like that, you can kind of get away with doing it painted like this. But if you then got a part of anatomy, so you have the foot or the hand, you kind of like kind of gets thrown out a little bit.
Yeah, totally.
So what we're doing?
We're on the boot, but I mean we're getting onto probably the also I will say this: I don't like. Joe, what's the situation with his nails? Because he's dead. Do they sort of like a little bit grey? Because he's got like greyish nails.
To be honest, this is before he's dead, isn't it?
Oh yeah, because he's not got
This is the alpha. In the alpha, that's when he come into it. He dies, and Street Bison kills him, doesn't he?
Yeah, and then he has the greyness, doesn't he? He's like Frankenstein, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm just wondering because his nails are kind of
stapled.
He's all stapled. Yeah, but his nails are like grey on this piece, and I don't know where that's come from. I'm not sure if I like it. It looks like he's got nail varnish on. So I'm not sure about that bit. I mean, do you see what I'm saying on the nails?
I can see it on his thumb there.
Yeah, look, you can see it on his hands.
It's silver. It's almost silvery.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's almost like nail varnish. So that needs to definitely be changed. The veins and things on his arms, and what I really have to say, most credit here to Kinetiquettes, what they got right is the fact that and this can happen with PCS and this happens with other gaming pieces, is that the bodies sort of look similar, like as in their build. You know, with Street Fighter, all of them look like similar type of builds. But Guile is really thick set, and Nash is leaner. They've managed to capture the difference in body shapes here, because he's thinner across his waist, his arms are not so dense, and his chest, the way he's constructed is almost, you know, like a thinner, leaner kind of body, which I really like. And he's also very vascular in his hands and his arms, which also shows.
I'm going to try, because what you do with this is these arms, they come off, they've got very strong magnets.
Is it that way?
And what you do is when you put the coat on, you go top to bottom. Well, that's how I did it, and it worked perfectly. Maybe I need to so you come around like that.
Okay, yeah.
I don't think you're going to be able to get away with having him with no jacket, because I don't know if the seams up at mine.
If you put it in wrong, mine's right though, isn't it? Wow, that's
you can't put it in. You can't.
There's a big gap in between. Is that the right way?
No.
Is it that way?
Clown.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah,
that's not either.
Yeah, that's not going, man. Look at you calling me names. Look at you, you fool.
Yeah,
that don't work. That don't work at all. Yeah, that's right. That's the right way. Look, this is his idea. Look at that.
Yeah,
that looks normal.
So you can't. You
so
can't.
It's like that.
Yeah,
that is the right way. That is how it goes.
So you can't display it without the jacket. We just wanted to show you that.
But I guess you can see the body. Definitely, I agree actually with Joe. Put a little bit of paint on the nips there. Needs a bit of.
The arms have got a lot more work on them than what the torso has. The torso is good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's hard because it's a smaller character. I think it's hard to get the details in, isn't it?
Sometimes, yeah. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Because I saw a piece the other day which was 6 scale, which is the Wolverine by Semix, and I do feel that they tried to be a bit too ambitious and they tried to make it too detailed, and on a 1/6 it didn't work. It just kind of it just for me it just missed it. It missed something. It didn't, because it was so small. It didn't look right.
It overcompensated in places. Yeah. Like clumped together, busy, detailed, like without no space.
With this one, there is a good balance.
I'd much prefer this to the Guile, but I think together it's winning.
Also the glasses as well, the face, the portrait.
It's just amazing. It's an amazing portrait. I really, again, it captures the leanness, and there's no seams. There's nothing underneath his chin. There's no marks. I love all that. Hair looks good.
I do like the Ken of this series, but I do think the Nash is probably the best out of all of them.
Best, yeah.
I think Nash has done really, really well. There's no kind of flaws with him anywhere. There's only little things that you kind of, we are reviewers, probably say statue critiques. So we point out the things that are bad, just so we can make people aware. But sometimes we are clutching at straws.
Oh yeah, and a lot of it is. You have to think about the fussiest person you've ever met, and we've met many who will be like, oh, this is great, and they'll be like, yeah, I'm selling it, hate it. It's happened loads, right?
Sure.
And we have to talk. We have to think about the things that bother them, and that's what we have to talk about. So it's just trying to make sure that everybody is happy, and obviously, with Kinetiquettes trusting us for us to give our opinion on this, we want to see them succeed as well at the same time. So we'd be doing them a massive injustice if we were just like, it's perfect as it is. That would be a mistake. So, there are things to do. I
think, I was just looking at that while you were talking. I do think that the shards on Nash are much cleaner than...
Yeah, like we said, definitely.
Sorry.
But again, it's things that can be worked on. The battle damage on this is just really cracking. I really like it, man. It's good. It's a nice piece. It's definitely. I think this and the Guile together is a really impressive.
Well, that's the other side of it. I think
that
I think Nash looks good on his own. I think Guile looks okay on his own.
Yeah.
I think together they look great.
Yeah.
I think that they, where you can say with Guile there should be more detail. There should be more. Kind of breaking up on the base on parts of the wing. I think that then when you put them together, the contrast works much better in that way.
I agree. Okay, height wise, we're looking at around 21 inches of clearance, 20 and a half, 21 around there. So anywhere between 53 and 54 centimeters. Now, if you're talking about how you're going to display this, if you're looking at it from how the camera is now, it's probably one of the best views side on. So this would then equate as the depth, which we are looking at around about 19 inches in depth here. So we're talking 100. Well, we're talking 48, 49.
What was that?
Centimeters, not 100. Pay no attention to that.
I just heard 100.
Gobbledygook nonsense. And then obviously go from there, and then I'll try and get the back. So go from the. Wait, what were you looking at? Wake up.
No, I was.
You're looking at the camera. You're eyeing up the camera.
No, I was just checking something.
I'm going to say it's around 14, 15 inches. So I would say it's about there to the 14, between 14 and 15. So 36 to 38, around about that.
Okay.
Heavy as well. This is heavy. Be under no illusion.
One,
this is. If you threw this at someone, they'd know about it.
The base, the engine part is really weighty.
Could be a real fucking engine.
What have you got? Like moving it. All right, guys. So if you checked out this video, check out the Guile video, and also check out the one where we paired them up together. This goes up for pre-order today, which is the 10th of August. So if you're interested, check out the Kinetiquettes website. We'll put the information in the comments below. We don't really use the comments below that much.
We should more.
I don't think people really look at them.
Well, you should.
We'll put them in the comments below if you want to look at them. So thanks, guys. Do the usual: like, comment, subscribe, share. If you do subscribe, click on the bell and you'll be notified whenever we upload a video.
Which is often.
If you want to. So thanks, guys.
Peace.
Peace.